Welcome to Criminal Law, Lesson Number 2. In the previous lesson, we asked the question if the accused in the assault case would walk free if the state failed to prove intent. The answer is not really. If the neighbor filed a civil claim, the defendant will still have to go face his neighbor for a delict case where he gets sued for the damages caused. Noticed how the words accused turned into defendant, but it still implies the same person. That is because the issue jumped from public law where it's the states against the accused, and private law where it's the plaintiff against the defendant, meaning two individuals or entities facing each other in court and the state is just a neutral bystander. In these delict cases the main goal is compensation. In our two neighbors issue, it will be for the cost of the 3-week hospital stay and dentist who had to fix the one neighbor's teeth after the assault. This is not public law, thus it is not criminal law. In criminal law, the victim of the wrongdoing has no say in whether a case should continue or not. The state is the relevant party and they will continue to fight. The main goal is punishment for a wrongdoing. They are balancing the scales by making the convicted suffer for a crime committed that affects the safety of the entire community. Where in case of a delict, the plaintiff has the choice to sue. Criminal law stands firm that justice will happen, whether the victim likes it or not. In our neighbor's case, the victim got a second chance at balancing the scales after being assaulted. The defendant now has to pay the bills. So if an exam question asks if it is possible that both of these laws can pop up in a single case, your answer should be yes. Now, let's look at another comparison that gets confused a lot. Substantive law versus formal law. Substantive law equals the what. For example, what law was broken, what offenses occurred, what was the wrongdoing. Where formal law, which is also called procedural law, equals the how. How the police must arrest the accused. How the prosecutor must act in court. How long must the accused be punished. To make sure you grasp the distinction between these differences clearly, we created a quiz which you can take for free. You will find the link to the online quiz in the description below. Take the quiz as many times as you need. In our next lesson we look at where we as lawyers will find the guidance to criminal law. Where must we look for answers in a case? Subscribe to ensure you don't miss it. See you in Lesson 3.